I spent over $1,499 on courses, coaching over the last year, so you don't have to. Learning how to generate leads and sales using Instagram, whether it's Instagram organic, DMs, the exact system I put into different PDF file into ChatGPT. It is about to spit out the exact step-by-step framework of how you can take a business to at least 10,000 a month using these exact system. And so I'm going to give it to you guys exactly for free. It's going to spit out a step-by-step breakdown based off this information, how a local based business can generate leads and sales using Instagram. And if you would like a PDF or a free guide using the similar information, just comment down below guide or DM me guide on Instagram, and I can definitely, you'll be on the wait list for that free guide that you can utilize. But if nothing else, you guys can utilize the step-by-step breakdown that ChatGPT is delivering based off of the information from these courses and coaching. And so, boom. If your goal is to get 20 new qualified DMs and 5 to 15 book calls in 30 days, your service this doesn't even have any ads required. This is all organic, and you can add ad spend. Excuse me. And you can add ads on top of that to pour more gasoline on the fire. But this is even just straight from Instagram organic. And so, first off, you want to make an offer. If you, especially if you're a service-based business and you have like you're a plumber, you're a landscape, or an electrician, or you're a done for you online service. If you're a service based business, especially, and you have a results base that you can, if you're a trainer, you can have a solid offer of just that service that you are. So say you're a gym owner or personal trainer for young adults or for busy moms, so to speak, in a certain city, so because you're local. That's your offer. You help train people, or you help fix toilets, you help install security systems for your local city. And so you can generate a free lead magnet that you offer a quote, audit plan, a game plan, and you can deliver that lead magnet to your ideal customer in the DMs. Or you can create a quick Google form or something simple. So the mechanism that I want to show first off, just because it'll be super valuable, this mechanism right here. This is the mechanism. This is the sauce. This is the way, the how of how to even do this. And so it's a simple mechanism of Instagram posts, stories. They are enable you to get discovered and create engagement. And from the awareness that you get, the attention that you build from these posts and these stories, you're going to funnel people into into your DMs, or you can funnel them to a link that the form, and that's your lead capture portion of the funnel. And then either through the form or through in the DMs, you have a process to qualify your leads and to get them to want your process more, to warm up to want your offer more. You're going to warm them up in the DMs, warm them up with a follow-up system, and then you're going to either book a call, you're going to book an appointment, deliver a sale, and then you're going to fulfill on that. And then you just have a success story lined up after you fulfill on them. And then the process is rinse, repeat. That success story can turn into an IG post, and then it'll just become a vicious cycle that'll just, spiral into more and more sales, because essentially, as you stack more proof, as you stack more examples, it's just a positive reinforcement, especially to the marketplace, that you know what you're doing, that you're a credible source, and that it'll increase more and more awareness, discovery, engagement, and just allow more eyeballs and people into that funnel, so that the process can continue even more. But before we even get there, that's just the mechanism. I wanted to give you guys that early on, in case that you don't have time to follow the rest of the steps. That's the quick and dirty mechanism and how to even do this, and the overall goal of how essentially what these coaches and courses talked about. Now there's nuances obviously because content is very competitive nowadays, and so I can definitely make a video on that later on, but this is definitely an overview of just how um, that funnel works. And so you talk about your offer, make a quick, enticing lead magnet to want them to engage with your content. Like you said, engagement. And before you even make content, you want to make sure your profile is set up nicely. And I made a video on that. You can look at my channel on how to um, optimize your profile, your Instagram profile. But a quick summary is you want to have your handle name to be great, simple, memorable. You can add the city if you like, if you're more local. You want to have in your bio what you do, show examples of your credibility, and then a quick call to action either to book a call link, a link in the bio, or you can DM you a phrase or a word, DM me quote, and then you can start a conversation and warm up the lead by then. It's an example of just what your bio can look like. And then obviously having highlights so people can easily, if they're new to your page, get to know who you are, how your process works, and how they can learn more. And so the capture system, you have two options. Like I mentioned, you can use the DM system where you get attention and then you funnel them to the DMs by just messaging a word. And then you can either auto respond to them as soon as they message you, or you can use automated systems like ManyChat or other automated systems that will automatically respond or deliver the lead magnet or however you want the funnel to work after that, whatever your script process is. I recommend, less friction is best at this point in time. You don't necessarily need to automate everything, and especially if you're a service based business owner. This is an offer that I'm helping you with. I can do a done for you service because you're busy fulfilling on the services that you provide, so you don't have time to talk to everybody. And so I can definitely help implement some of these systems if you guys would want. And so just responding, warming up the people, warming up your leads, so that if they're interested, how can they learn more and get connected? Or you can send them to a form where you can qualify them. You can have a set of questions and information on how they can learn more and take the next step. And so this is the linchpin, really, is the content, the driver, I should say, the driver of this funnel and everything to get the awareness. And so it's pretty daunting sometimes, posting many times a day, many times a week, sometimes multiple times a day if you have a great team. So yeah, simplifying it though is simplifying it to have 4 reels is like a standard. You can have more, but ideally having about 4 reels, simple format. You definitely want to have a strong hook, and I'll make a video on that later of just what these programs talked about, how to make an enticing hook, a simple step framework of how to solve the problem in that video, making it clear and how they can do it, and then a clear call to action. Because ultimately, you want to have call to actions in every piece of content, not over bombarding them with just like buy my stuff, but more so how to take the next step and how to engage into your world, whether it's through getting more information, free information, that free lead magnet. Either through the DMs or a form. You definitely want to utilize the awareness that you're getting and maximize it to turn them into leads and eventually, hopefully, clients and customers. And so you want to have a strong call to action at the end of each video and each post. At the carousel, you want to have provide value, information, value, call to action, value on your daily post, and then a call to action. So want to have a strong call to action for your service base, how you provide just help. And it's not always like selling them. That's not what I'm trying to say with your call to action. It's not necessarily always trying to sell them, but it's trying to get them to take that next step into your world, into your funnel, and just continuing to add value. That's why you can offer a free lead magnet, a quote, an audit, however you see fit. That first step in a multi-step process, lead magnet. That's a offer that you can provide people for free. And so that's the content, and this can definitely be a whole video series on it in itself, especially with these courses that they talked about. Content is very, huge to actually get that awareness and get that engagement going. But once you get it going, you want to you can utilize hashtags. It's really more interest based though, and so the algorithms are very smart now to really know about the content that you make and the information that's provided in it, and so they can funnel it to people who have that interest, who have that need, to your local area, and so they really do the heavy lifting. But you can also help it a little bit if you wanted to specify certain local hashtags and collab with people. That is still very important and useful, to do, and just engage with people in the comments. And so moving along in the process is the DM script, is having a great warm up process. So after you tell people comment quote or comment this and message me this in the DMs, you got to have a great warm up process to deliver value, but also nudge them along the process to either book a call, to schedule an appointment, to buy your product. So just simple questions that are getting to know them, getting to know their pain points, why they wanted to engage in the first place. There was a reason why they either commented or said something, because they are looking for something. There are you're possibly your ideal client needing help, and so asking and leading questions to see what they may need help with, what's the issue, what is your sticking point, how can I help you, and then you can offer just examples of how you are able to help people, or you can say, hey, book a call and we can learn more. And so that's the DM script, and I can go deeper into that if you guys like. And then realistically, this will most likely won't happen today. I know one of the guys that I ended up buying his course, he was following up with me for probably like a month or so. And so it could be a long follow up process. Not always the case, but it could be a follow up process. And so you definitely want to maximize leads. And that's why if one of your call to actions could be follow for more, so that as they follow you, you're still posting content, you're posting on your stories, they're getting to know you more, getting to know how your process works. And eventually, when they'll take that next step, when they are ready. So another type of follow up rhythm is just continuing to warm them up with good content, but also following up them in the DMs or an email follow up system is very important, to not leave money on the table, because you never know what the opportunity is when people are in that stage of life and what they want. And so as they do end up becoming a client, you do book them. Continue to have that proof flywheel. That was the word I was looking for, a proof flywheel. So you make sure you film every job as best as you can or document it. And then you continue to give testimonials and show proof with highlights, stories, posts, that your content can just eventually be more and more proof and examples of how you did things, breakdowns of your success stories, and then that continue to increase the awareness and engagement from there. And so this is an example cadence. You can follow it if you like, but mainly trying to post pretty frequently, daily at best. Is just the consistency is really key. Like, all in all, like, it's not about going viral necessarily, especially for service-based businesses, but it's really about being consistent and having the algorithms continue to feed your content into the people that are interested in what you have to sell and in your service, and just being relevant. Because if people see you all the time and say their toilet's not broken and you're a plumber, but they're consistently seeing you, when that time comes, if their toilet's broken, they know who to call. I know we all see Morgan and Morgan for the people, or all these not law enforcement, but all these lawyers, all their ads, their billboards, their posts everywhere. But not all the time do we need lawyer services. But at that time comes when you do need a lawyer, you guys know who to call, because they've been so embedded in your mind because of the content. And that's the same way. So whatever weekly cadence that is realistic for you, just consistency is the name of the game with content and the organic process. And then you can have a CRM, a tracking system. Like I said, especially if you're new to it, less friction as possible. You want to keep it very simple, because you're starting out. You just want to get the ball rolling, and so you can definitely keep track of your numbers, and we can offer that as well as a service if that is helpful for people. And making, since you are being more making a lot of content more frequently, it's best to just batch things. What are your winning hooks? What are your winning? What's winning? What's working now? And so it keeps it simple, keeps it repeatable. It's all about finding the right format. That was one of the things in the courses that they talked about, finding a winning format. And so you can test, you can use other examples from other people. I made a video about that, of how to find winning ideas from what's working. So you can check that out. And I can also go deeper on that as well. And so finding out what's working and finding the right format and just continuing to test. It's all about testing the right format. It's not about trying to find a winner, just a one-off winner, but it's continuing to find the format that is best right now that can help get you that exposure. And so that's basically all the organic process. And then optional is, well, like I said in the other video, the optimization Instagram video, you want to have a pin post saying who you are and things like that. But optional is putting gasoline on the fire and doing paid ads, retargeting ads for people who engage with your content, so that like just like the organic, being relevant in constantly in their face. Retargeting ads are definitely good for getting, scooping up people who have engaged with your content before but weren't ready to pull the trigger. But eventually they can help you out, or they can want to take the next steps there. So essentially that's the system. That's what I paid a lot of money for. They definitely came with a lot of templates, worksheets, examples, and so I can also give you guys that as well in a PDF, in a guide. So if you want the guide, definitely let me know. You can comment down below guide, or you can DM me guide. This is my call to action on Instagram. It's the link in the description below, or you can join my free school group. I don't even have it up. I have a free school group, link in the description below. It's called Perspective Studios, where it's a group of faith-based Christian entrepreneurs just wanting to serve God with their business. And so it's a brand new school group. And let me pull it up. So here it is. So brand new school group. You can join the link below. Gotta hopefully add more content here and more value, and we can do group calls, Bible studies, strategy sessions, and just helping out with anything that you may need in terms of marketing, faith, and business growth. And so let me know if you guys want to go deeper into this mechanism, this format, step by step, and examples. And like I said, I'm new to this as well, but this system definitely works because I've seen a lot of success stories, and so I'm looking to implement it myself. And this is just documenting the process basically. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.